school and welcome to episode 8 of Hi5 on LKTV. My name is Cameron Ross and my co-hosts for today are True Campbell and Samuel Chapman.
On today's holiday-themed episode of Hi5, we will reflect on the first ever cast at LKTV and put an LMS twist on a classic Christmas story.
The staff of LKTV has mixed emotions today. We're ready for Christmas break, but that also means signing off. We sat down with Mr. Chronister to get his thoughts on the first ever cast of Hi5.
Well, when I think about the first cast of LKTV and Hi5, I think what people lose sight of is there was no blueprint. We were able to talk to a couple other schools who had done this, but that's typically done in high school. And a lot of times it's a schedule where they're in there for 2 or 3 periods a day. So for us to be able to pull off a weekly show on about 40 minutes a day with middle school kids is, I think, our greatest accomplishment. And so could not have asked for a better group to do this the first time with. I hope there are many more after it. And I look forward to the next group that comes in the second semester, as like this first group, they were willing to jump into this class having no clue what it would be like. I went into 7th grade classrooms last year, asked people if they'd take a risk, and these 2 groups did. So I welcome a new group, but I will be sad to say goodbye to the first one.
It's been an experience, that's for sure.
Stay tuned after Christmas break for a very special look behind the scenes at LKTV. I can't speak for everyone else, but I'd be in for a reunion show when we are seniors.
Well, that's a wrap on this edition of Hi5. As always, if you have any school-related stories that you feel belong on Hi5, please contact Mr. Chronister.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and yours from the LMS staff and all of us at LKTV. Please enjoy our rendition of Twas the Night Before Christmas. Stay safe, LMS.
Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, dash away, dash away, dash away all.
As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too.
In a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys was flung up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow.
His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and a beard on his chin was as white as the snow.
The stump of a pipe he held in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to his sled, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.